Hey guys, Kyle the Death Knight of Anime, bringing you my anime review for My Hero Academia Season 2, Episode 3. And I feel right off the bat, the one thing that was being pushed forth in this episode was basically all the basically the all the qualities that Class 1A the qualities Class 1A has in this event, in the sports festival event, over all the other classes. Like, the thing about it is that the experiences that Class 1A had endured in the previous season, what with the Villain Alliance and whatnot, the League of Villains and whatnot, I feel that one single event had taught them that hesitation in the real world of pro heroes gets you killed. Like, literally, that's basically what happens when that's literally could be said for almost any situation. Like, hesitation again in a drastic and serious situation can of course get you and others killed. So I feel that that was a very important lesson that was pushed forth in this episode, and it, like I said, it could even apply to any other event in real life. Like, hesitation can't if you hesitate in a serious situation, it can get you and the others you care about killed. So yeah, I just feel it was a good lesson to learn from this. Also, there's one other little thing to note here. Uh, there's a scene in the beginning of this episode. People might really kind of overlook it unless you really pay attention. But in a certain scene where a lot of Class 1A's not where a couple of where a couple students were buried and crushed under robot rubble or whatever. You notice that not all of them, but there were certain members of Class 1B that were actually which hesitating to hesitating to actually help them out. Which, again, going back to my first point, has me questioning their conviction. Like, they're asking, "Hey, so what are we supposed to do?" Like, motherfuckers, you're training to be heroes. Help them out. Like, of course, it worked out in the end because it helped out in the end because all those guys have quirks. All those guys had quirks and training and whatnot. But in the real life, you can't hesitate in order to help those in need. You need to have a conviction in order to help others, in order to be a hero. And again, it was just pushed forth that, again, only because of the experience Class 1A had in the previous season. The Class 1B was just questioning, like, seriously, what are we supposed to do? And it's like, yeah, they just didn't in the real world out there. If they hesitated, then they could get innocent people killed. So yeah, it's like Class 1B, learn from Class 1A, because trust me, those are the guys that know what they're doing. Um, Another thing I like is that the obstacle course itself, I think it was showcasing how certain quirks and specialties can be useful in certain situations, especially with especially like with how I think it was Sue and Sue and that how Sue and Hatsume, the girl with all the gadgets, were able to work with their quirks in order to make it over the tightrope. And yeah, I feel like, and as well as, like, even though I didn't see it, I assume that Ochiko had used her gravity powers in order to leap over or balance herself on the tightrope. So yeah, it was showing just how, like, the obstacle courses themselves were very good in showcasing everyone's quirks, and how certain quirks and specialties that can be useful in certain situations, for sure. Um, Now, one other thing I want to talk about is Bakugo here. And pe- for the most part, Bakugo is kind of acting like a bit of an asshole in this one. So this one moment might kind of might again fly over people's heads, very much like like the scene with Class 1B, but but as far as Bakugo's develop, like in the beginning when Bakugo when all the other students were being surrounded by those robots, Bakugo didn't just charge straight in and destroy them. He actually used his power in order to leap over the robots. So and the thing about it is that the old Bakugo would have just used it as a way to would just used his quirk in order to bash right through all the in order to bash bash and destroy those robots. So in a way, it's very subtle character development. I think we could say that Bakugo didn't destroy the robots. He just worked his way over them with his quirks. So yeah. Um, Now, another thing I definitely want to talk about. One of the last things I want to talk about is Izuku's adaptability in this episode. We've known for a while that Izuku he's yet to fully master his quirk, so he's trying not to use it right away in order to prevent himself from course being useless in the other matches in the other events. But the thing about Izuku adapting to all the different situations in this obstacle course is that I like how it shows that in a way, even though Izuku does have a long way to go in terms of confidence, he does have the adaptability. He does have the adaptability mindset of a hero. Like need heroes heroes in any fashion. Heroes, no matter what their quirk would be, they need to be able to adapt to any situation that manages to come their way. And I feel Izuku has that mindset in order to be able to, or has the mindset of a true hero, which is to adapt to any situation, whether it's rescue, fighting a villain, whatever. Like it was even proven with the way he was working over the. It was proven with the way he managed to take down that robot with the robot's own like hard own skin, I guess, and even when he was using that same metal plate in order to basically vault over all those in order to vault over all those in order to vault over all those landmines. Of course, he had to set off some landmines in order to vault over. But yeah, I feel it just shows that Izuku has the adaptability in order to be a hero. He just needs to learn how to control his quirk. Because once he controls his quirk and he combines that with his adaptability, he's going to be an insane hero. Honestly, I can definitely see it. Um. Also, last thing to talk about, that ending. I I remember this in the manga too. That ending was fucking hilarious as hell. Like I was like I watched this episode like a good couple of times, like 3 or 4 times, because honestly I was just that into this episode, and that ending was just hilarious. Like Izuku managed to get because Izuku landed himself in first place of the race and whatnot. He was the one who was awarded the most amount of points, and now everyone is going to be after his ass. Like that is fucking hilarious. Like it just opens up an amazing. It just opens up him up as the biggest target in the next event, which is the cavalry event. And I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm gonna wait until the next episode in order to give you guys more. But let's just say it is a very entertaining episode. It is a very entertaining episode for sure. But yeah, guys, that's basically my review of My Hero Academia, Boku no Hero Academia, Season 2, Episode 3. Season 2, Episode 3, a great one, and I can't wait for more. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, or follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Later, guys.